everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to make cheesy tomato basil chicken breasts, and it is really delicious. It just makes chicken extra special. It's got chicken breast covered with fresh tomatoes, basil, and mozzarella cheese. So let's get started. And first what we need to do is melt 3 tablespoons of butter in our pan. So I'm going to go put that in the oven right now. All right, we're just going to put this in here in our 350 degree preheated oven. And that's 3 tablespoons of butter. And we're just going to let that melt. And once that's melted, then we'll make our tomato topping and put that on the chicken. All right, while the butter is melting in the pan, we're going to go ahead and make the tomato sauce. So what it is 1/3 cup of chopped onions, 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste, and 2 medium tomatoes, and these have been cubed into 1-inch pieces, so they're pretty big pieces, but that's what's going to make it good. 1 tablespoon of dried basil, and I've got leaves, so I'm just going to put those in there like that. Ooh, that smells really good. And then 2 teaspoons garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm just going to crack some pepper onto there. And all right, there we go. Then we'll just give that a good stir. Let's go check on the butter and see if it's melted now. All right, our butter is melted. Perfect. All right, and what we have here for chicken is we've got 6 pieces of chicken breast. It's actually 2 whole chicken breasts, but they're so thick that I cut them in half, and if the pieces themselves are huge, then I can get usually about 3 to 4 pieces of chicken out of 1 breast. And we're just going to coat both sides of chicken with the melted butter. Okay, that looks great. Now with our sauce, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can put sauce individually over each chicken breast, or you can just do it kind of like a casserole. And it really kind of depends on your occasion. If you're serving this individual and want to make it look just really good, then you'll just do it on individual pieces. If you just are trying to get dinner on the table, and just do it like a casserole. I'm going to do it on the individual pieces. Spoon it on there. I've also done this where I've cubed the chicken. Instead of having individual pieces for each person, just cubed it, so then it was, again, more of a casserole. And that worked out really good as well. We are ready for the oven. It's going to bake at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to use the meat thermometer to make sure that it's 165 before we take it out all the way. All right, let's put it in. All right, while our chicken is in the oven baking, we're going to make the topping for it. And the topping is going to be mozzarella cheese, which will go on separate, but then we'll do a breadcrumb parsley butter crumble top as well. So let's go ahead and make that. I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs, and 1/4 cup of fresh parsley that's been chopped. So what we're going to do is just mix that all together here. You can use breadcrumbs that you make. They're super easy, just put them in the food processor. Or if you've got some in your pantry that you want to get used up, that works also. Okay, this is the topping, and we'll be putting that on, and it just looks great. Lots of parsley on there, so that's what gives it its fresh flavor. So we're just going to set that aside until our chicken is done. All right, it is ready. The Thermometer is reading 165. That's exactly where I want it. That looks so good, and it smells super good. All right, let's put cheese on it and breadcrumbs, and we will put it back in the oven for just a few minutes. All right, I've got a few more breadcrumbs than I need, so I'm just gonna leave those there. And this is going to go back in the oven for just a few minutes. I'm going to check it at 5. The cheese is already starting to melt, which is good. So put this back in here. Oh, that looks fantastic. The breadcrumbs have browned, the cheese has melted. Melty cheese, yum. All right, let's taste it and see what we think here. Need to make sure and get chicken and cheese and breadcrumbs. That is so good. You'll love it. You can taste all the flavors. And it's just so fresh with the basil in there, the breadcrumbs, the parsley, and of course the tomatoes. It's delicious. You will love this. I'm going to link the recipe in the description box below. It is a Land O'Lakes recipe, and it's out of their cookbook, and so I will link that down below as well. Well, I hope you enjoy this and get a chance to make it. Thank you so much for watching.